guys, welcome back. You are still tuned in to Funtastic Fridays. As we're saying out, this happens every single Friday.
Everyone.
From 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. As we say every Friday, and all the Friday them win a name Friday.
All the Friday win a name Friday.
Don't ask me no question, just show up on every Friday. I don't want to when you not think of Friday,
just
show up same
We'll
way.
be there.
We'll be there somewhere or in spirit.
After you read those comments, I'm going to go ahead and drop the digital credit. So stand by.
Alright, so digital credit both for giveaway. But Kimmie26 said, sorry, but if we're not working, we just not working.
Simple.
But whatever happens after, we are one big happy family for the child's sake. Feelings gonna be there, but they're just feelings. Then Jim Pledge out to the blue say, wait a minute, is he the tattoo artist? Right? He said he looks like a tattoo artist I have seen before. Then he apologized for being absent. Jim Pledge, no need to apologize. We're happy you're here. And I'm saying, Bert Munt, make we know when you did born or when you go born, so we can get a big up.
After your birthday. Well, if you tell me after your fault.
Right? But make sure you tell me when you go born, so we can give a big up. And then Kimmie96, I love this next comment. She said, I think we deal with certain situations with too much unnecessary pride. You see that word there?
True.
That pride word there? Listen, it's something we need to work on. So yeah, you have to put aside pride when you're dealing with kids and adjusting to a new family and all of that. All right. Kimmie96 say, hey, I want beg Instagram for put a voice note on the live. You on Instagram word that out. But yeah, more on the feedback. Or you can actually send your voice note to the WhatsApp or Instagram.
There you go.
No, Instagram, WhatsApp or well, yeah, for WhatsApp because you can't text the voice note. Tande. So you can WhatsApp your voice note, Kimmie96, and then of course you know have to go proof listen. You're not proofreading, proof listen, and then we can probably play it on air so we can get your feedback. Yeah, drop some gems. I like it. All right, so we're still here with Navarro, and I wanted to know: are there anything or some things that you learned from your experiences as a step parent or potential step parent that assisted you in your own parenting role?
All right.
Sure. Naturally, once you are around persons, you're going to take some things on from them. You're going to learn a few things if there's anything to learn, that is, you know. But yes, you learn various parenting styles because each person parents their child differently. And being in a couple of relationships, I've seen a few various styles. You know, some that
and I couldn't like to say it. I've seen a few various styles.
I've seen some madness.
Yeah.
And I've seen some creative stuff. Okay.
That's putting it nicely.
Yeah, I have to try to put it modestly because, you know.
No, I've seen it on road too. You don't have to actually be in the parent
in a relationship, yeah.
You see them on road. I'm say, what is this?
And then people always say, "For my pitney, that's it up." We know one Jamaican.
I'm not really pressure the pitney.
Yeah,
because pitney will be bad based on what them allow. But I'm just saying, like some techniques we see the parents and you. I was like,
all right,
okay.
Yes, you will learn a few techniques, but you learn some that you should not employ.
Right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So you can learn.
So you learn what to do and what not to do.
Take out the good and leave the bad.
That's the next thing. You get to know the do's and don'ts of what to do with their child and even with your child going onwards yourself as well. You know, those are really the main takeaways I believe from being in a step parenting relationship and just how to really gauge and discern persons, how to understand them to help bring the family unit together, this new family unit together to see how it can work. So you learn you learn people skills. Right. You learn parenting skills. You just learn everything. It's a true experience to have.
So you learn what to do and what not to do. But me have a question now. So I'm guessing you've dated a couple of a women with kids, right?
Well, yeah.
And you've also dated women without kids.
Yeah.
What would you say are the differences in your experience? Because last week I was saying, in my opinion, it's a bit harder to date if you have kids and you have somebody else with kids because, and only because, sometimes people are stuck in their ways and want anything outside of what them know, them just see it as you're a poor parent.
Okay.
Right? So I want to know, based on your personal experience, what were the differences, which were harder, which...
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in my opinion, I for some reason, I find that being with someone who has a child proves a bit more advantageous than someone with zero experience. I believe that, but it can be the other way around sometimes, depending on how well-rounded the person really is. You know what I mean? Because they might have experience with children, not necessarily within a relationship, but let's say church or them family.
Yeah.
So they might have the experience nevertheless. So without a child or not, they might still have something to offer.
And then sometimes you have some parents out there where they don't learn nothing yet.
Right,
Parenting
right,
thing.
yeah, exactly.
True.
So you'll meet the persons now with a child, and they don't know much about parenting. They don't know much about anything at all. So
Yeah.
it's
So it's not
like they're
a-
worse off
Not
Yeah.
a foolproof
with them
plan.
in there.
So there's not a clear cut
No.
whether which one is
It's
better.
still 50-50.
It's just
Still
who
have
you
a-
meet.
Okay.
Exactly. It
It's
comes down
about
to the
who you
person.
meet.
Yeah, and their level, you know?
Because sometimes you're not a parent, you know, but you've dealt with so many
Alright.
kids around
Exactly.
you.
You
Can be
kinda-
cousins, can be
Yeah.
nieces, can be church
How you
people,
raise the
them.
sibling.
How you raise, you know?
Exactly.
Because sometimes you have people that are 10, 15 years apart.
Raising your
Yeah,
sister
so
as
you
a
raise
child.
your little sister, your little
Yes.
brother.
Yeah.
Precisely. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I see that Kimmie96 had a comment about doing yoga and great meditation.
Oh, I guess she's talking about how you can probably get through some of these
That increase your
situations.
patience. You good. Just watch. She said, meet the Mitchells on YouTube and trust me. Oh, so that's what she do for calm down
Yeah.
herself. She watch that and try to stay
It
calm.
is useful.
All right, so here's my question now, because this always comes up. So there you are, right? Let's say you have your child, you're dating somebody with a child, right? It's time to share the dinner, right? There's let's say a leg and a wing in the pot, right? Your child or your child like the leg,
All right.
but your ear say, for your child say, any leg left. What is your answer?
Why the child sound so? Why you sound so? I'm joking. Continue.
What is your answer?
Okay. What you would think to do is try and see who to choose, right? That's what you
Yeah,
think to
that's
do.
what I'm saying.
However, it would be wrong to choose. What you should do is take the chicken and eat it yourself. So that that's my best advice.
So no legs are left.
Exactly. Nobody can get no leg.
Nobody
You
can have
understand?
vex. I don't know. Everybody have vex. Instead of
the
one, I
best
go vex. You know.
advice.
Everybody go
We got home. This is bad.
That is the smartest choice.
Well,
I'm telling
You know,
that.
17 give you go cut the chicken in half.
no, listen.
Bone can.
Me know, you know.
can't
Me know
share.
you can't share it now.
They can't
But me
share
think
either.
of that thing I'm going to
What I'm
say.
thinking now is, if I'm going to eat the leg and the wing, because nobody not take
Yeah.
wing alone.
Wing is not a part of the chicken,
So,
okay?
that's
As
a
far as
very
I'm
good,
concerned.
interesting one. Come here, say no.
But like him answer, you know you're a parent. You are truly a
I'm
parent.
telling you.
You might have got to take the leg, I'll give the mother the wing. I'll tell her, I say, yo, listen, me tell the pit left side, don't meet the left.
All right, well, guess what? Right away, we actually have a giveaway on the live.
Yeah.
Gym Pledge, which is one of our fitness partners, just say, listen, I feel like me now in good mood. The step parenting thing must, inspire him, I know. But him say, if someone, he actually wants to give away a month's membership.
Show them either one.
Right? And he said, if someone can tell me when Haile Selassie born, they get a month membership.
Oh crap.
All right, so we can drop that one in a few.
Yeah. So now think about it. Quick and fast.
All right.
But yeah, so as you say, you eat the chicken. Like, I like the answer that you're clearly a parent. You are
I
at
didn't expect
expert
that.
level in parenting.
Years me night, man.
But yeah, so back to the...
How old is your child? Should you mention that earlier?
No.
She's lucky 13.
Oh, 13.
Yeah.
She's 13,
Okay, so yeah, he's
so a
in
big
it a
old
good
man.
while. He's in a good while. All right.
while.
He's at the tricky stage now because it's
Yes.
teenager.
Yeah.
So, all right, Mike, I don't know if
Tricky.
Kim.
No,
you
go
have this
ahead.
one? I don't know if Kim has it on her list. Do you think you would say your daughter is receptive, let's say, to
Amazing.
meeting?
Someone new?
Yeah.
It's really tricky to really say it with certainty because she might say it, to
Yeah, she might say she's all right, but
Yeah.
she's
To
out.
Comfort
reality,
you.
So I'm
Right,
asking
yeah.
you based on her vibe then. Because we can't ask kids sometimes based on them word,
Sometimes.
Not, even big people, you can't go by them word.
Yeah.
I think you get a better idea by their actions.
Okay, well, I can answer you. Sometimes, yeah, I can definitely tell when she is into the person.
Yeah.
And I can tell when she has reservations, but nevertheless, she's still open to,
that is the
seeing
key
where it
part.
goes.
Right, because it's going to depend on the person. She can't be friendly with everybody.
Exactly.
She can't love off everybody.
Right.
But as I said, she seems like she's open to the idea, that kind of eases it all. Okay. All right. I get you.
She's open.
But I like how, you see, I like when fathers are this, them know them pitting them. Because you always hear about the negatives. And I think we need to stop focusing so much on the negatives. It paints such a bad picture for all fathers. Right? Someone like here, when him say, listen, I know her. I know when she completely into somebody. And I know when she have reservation. I like when him speak. Him never sound iffy. him never sound, unsure. I admire that just now. Trust me.
Yeah, man,
Respect
appreciate
on that. So,
Appreciate
we know say well cement. That's why you keep the damn chicken leg. It makes sense.
No, you're not.
Nobody not get it. Nobody
Man say, a peaceful home
him say,
is
listen,
better.
one person
them
not
have a
go
hungry
vex.
tonight, but
All
tomorrow everybody happy.
One person not go vex, everybody a go vex.
All right.
That's the right answer. All right, so the final question that we have for tonight is, since you've had experience from more than one side of the spectrum, what advice do you have for persons either considering to become a step parent or adjusting to accepting a step parent in their child's life?
Boy, either way, the first point is that you have to be sure that this is something that you want, it's something that you can manage. If you have any level of uncertainty, wait a little bit more before you take that leap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So unless you are sure, don't take the first step because you're gonna start backtracking, and that's gonna cause other heartbreaks and other. You know what I mean? Because dealing with a child, you have to understand you're dealing with somebody who is just growing up, and
them don't understand.
the experiences that they have will shape their understanding of what things will be like in the future for them, like that, etc.
Yeah.
And if it's gonna be a continuous case where
Everybody come and run out.
you come and leave, and that will be the expectation. So because they expect that, then they stop being an ideal child and they just be a bad kid.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So be sure before you even take that step. Be sure as far as even the person themselves. Be sure of their capacity, their limits in terms of their emotional intelligence, their ability to control their anger, the ability to reason. If you are not satisfied with any of those things, you have to either try to discuss it and rectify it. And if it's unrectifiable, then you'll know what to do.
Gotta let that go.
You know what I mean?
All right. So as Navarro points out, I want to put it straightforward how persons would understand it in social media land. And a lot of the persons tend to sweep this one under the rug. Ladies and gentlemen, what Navarro is saying basically, look out for the red flags.
Exactly, yes.
And when you see them, don't ignore them. You talk about it. If you don't see it look like it, the flag a change color, well, you just gotta wrap it up. Cause that's what we do now. We see
Or
the
if
red
it's a
flag there.
shade of red.
We see the
Once
flag
have a shade of red, it's a red flag.
and we
We're not gonna say, hold on, it's not a bright red, it's not a deep. So the deep red starts are less dangerous than the bright, shocking color red. No, if it's red, it's red.
Yes.
Right? So we need to actually acknowledge it. I remember seeing a meme about, you ask God for a sign and give a sign, and you say, all right, what's a sign here, sign?
All right.
And that's how it works.
Yeah.
All right? And you have to understand, there is more damage to be done when you're entering a relationship with someone with a child, because it's not only one heart you have to deal with or one person you have to deal with. It's 2, 3, depending on how much the family is. And you have a bond with each of them.
Then you're gone.
And if you cut, exactly, if you cut tomorrow, then it's a problem. So you have to, that's why I don't want anybody just get up and jump into this thing, this relationship thing. And then you have some people every week, you have, oh, this is Uncle Joe.
Yeah, right.
And then this is Uncle Ryan. And then that's what the child sees as what I should be doing as an adult. And they will wonder why the dating world is the way it is and why society is the way it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we need to understand the seeds that we're planting. So even if we not get along with each other, we need to still have a united front. Even if it is that, boy, the ex-woman don't like the new woman or the ex-man don't like the new man. When it comes to the child, we have to put all of that aside, right? Tensions going to run high. As I said, I think last week we were talking about it's best to introduce the new partner to the child's biological mom or dad.
Okay.
And we can't see that being an uncomfortable conversation. You can imagine you're into a relationship and you have to get approval as well from somebody else.
Yeah.
But chances are already not gonna like you because you replaced them technically.
Here's this. You're getting approval or seeking approval or seeking some sort of rating from somebody who once held the position that you're about to
It's
take.
predestined not to like you. Right?
So somebody you are about to replace
and probably have some secret feelings that they want to rekindle. So it's a whole lot of dynamic to consider. And that's why I pointed out last week, if you're a jealous person, I know for you. Because there's so many things that are going to happen that you're going to be jealous. May I tell you, without even going through years of it, I mean, I tell you, there's things that's because there were little things that happened that I had to actually, I guess, have a conversation with myself and say, self, don't make that bother way, Yeah, don't look at me over here, right? Because you invite Inspire in studio, all right? So you don't say nothing.
You go have conversation with
And
yourself.
Navarro, if it is that you don't know what the story is, his artist name is Inspire.
Yeah, man.
And he invited himself to have an interview. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So he can't say nothing to me. But no, there were things I had to check myself on. It was either I'm going to get upset and in my feelings, or I was going to be like, you know what, Kim? Come in the territory. Nobody will make this change nothing. And then I just, I went with option B. Yeah, me not in my premium, you know. But you get the point.
What's him?
But when I get the point, yes, I talk to myself. It's fine. It's actually normal. I give the best advice. So, you have to understand what it is that you are getting into. Marlon dead with love.
Marlon know the facts, people.
Marlon dead with love. But when you get the point, so stop judging me. Y'all get the point. You have to check yourself in various instances how you're gonna. And this actually don't only happen when it comes to step parenting. In life, actually, every day.
People.
In life, every day. Sometimes you have a work problem. Either you're gonna act out or you're gonna say no. I'm gonna be professional. You have to check
Acting
yourself.
Not really sound like the best option, anyway.
No, but you have people that will do it because nobody believes. Say, you know, my back, Brad. I'm not afraid of nobody, because people live like that. Just believing, defending themselves 24/7. And sometimes it's not about.
My back is average width.
Right? So, yeah, I try to find out about that. But yeah, in every situation or any situation, guys, you have to check on yourself. But this one specifically, because we're talking about step parenting, it's going to require a lot of checking of yourself. Because there's also things that you're going to feel is unfair. You're going to feel left out of. You're going to feel slighted if it is that the parent, the ex or whatever, decide to spite you. And sometimes they can cause the child to be a havoc in your life. Because every time the child around them, make sure you know this.
Where them do?
Make sure. Where them do? And
how the man look?
Exactly. Because I've seen mothers and kids do that. Especially if the child is old enough, your mind is a whole chatting spree and gossiping thing. It's a team up thing. So that can create hell for you as well. So we say all this to say, know what you're getting into. Step parenting can work. I know many step parents who make it work. I know many step parents who even do better than the parents themselves. If you check the kids, them say, yeah, man.
Oftentimes.
The stepfather or the stepmother, them did them. I can't say mommy and daddy did it like them, you know? So you have people who do it. But I'm sure if you ever spoke to them, they went through a lot. All right? So, you have any final words for our listeners?
I have a final question before Navarro's final. Because this, my fellow brethren out there, not the ones that are acting up and going on with madness, the decent ones, my fellow brethren out there. Now, my question is, because I know in Jamaica we have the, concept of definitely once the ladies are single parents in a sense, or even if them have the father is still in the picture somehow, some way. Sometimes when it comes for them to look for a new partner, it's really more of an investor rather than actually a partner. So, have you ever encountered an experience like that where it seems as if, boy, she more concerned about your pocket than you? Like, hey, you're thinking about, hey, let's go for a date. And she's thinking about, well, we have these bills to take care of before we can go out with you. How would that go?
Yes, and that's a whole other aspect too when it comes to dealing with like a woman with children.
Yes.
Sometimes it's out of necessity for them as to why they even engage with somebody to take the place of their absentee child's father, right? And it's oftentimes to keep them on their feet by having someone who can supply the needs, send the kids to school, sometimes provide food in the house, because it's so hard to do on their own.
Yeah.
So you might encounter that scenario, and sometimes you can see where it's a level of necessity where she's doing it because she has to, but it's not because she wants to. There can be a difference there. There can be a difference there.
So what I'm asking you, but I want to know what. All right, you said you would have assumed that you've seen a situation like that.
Yeah.
So I was saying, were you able to stay, or was that one of the factors that you said, boy, it not gonna work out?
Was that deal breaker or not?
Was it a deal breaker, or was she reasonable with it, or people have reason with
right.
it. So
my experience in that regard, it was a reasonable experience. It wasn't too much like she wanted me to do everything, you know what I mean? So it wasn't that bad.
Okay.
But obviously you have to have a level of, let's say, compromise that you're not going to pass this level.
Yeah.
You have to discuss and say, hey, I'm not going to do certain things. You have to discuss these things. All these things have to be discussed thoroughly beforehand, oftentimes.
Okay. That's what I want to understand.
I hope in a notice, like almost every conversation or every discussion we have each week brings up communication. And I see how everything tie back.
Kim, we're communicating right now?
No.
It's the key.
Talking is one thing. Cause talking is one thing, cause we can use the words and we have a voice. That's one thing. Communicating is a whole different ball game. Understanding each other, listening to understand and not to respond. Because some people just wait. Like they all actually when the argument don't need the point, yo, I should answer with this, you know. You never learn nothing, you know. You just have to say, yo, the comeback here would have did better than the last comeback. It's showing you're not communicating.
Yeah.
Right? So every single discussion we've had, especially around relationships, they all have one common denominator.
Well, I would say 2 common denominators.
What's the second one?
Communication, and then the second one, which he also mentioned there, and through the entire segment that we've been talking about, compromise.
Compromise.
So there he is entering a situation. He sees that, you know, probably she need a little support somewhere. Him no probably not plan to give it in the first place, no, but he's interested in the person.
interested.
So give a little, but you have to draw the line.
We have a limit because you have people out here that are takers.
Take for,
There you go.
take everything.
So as you communicate, but you still have to give a balance as how much are you going to give, how much are you allowed to be given,
Yeah.
and where you draw
And where
the
your
line.
limit is,
Yeah.
you know, when you know it's a using
Exactly.
situation. But like how Kimmie 96 say, hey, that man here go through experience, you know. He might have the experience, and that's why we had him on the show.
Nice.
Because trust me, we had a talk before, and I knew he was ideal. So, before we wrap it up, Navarro, you have anything to say before you
Any
go?
final advice, any shout outs, any big ups, any
Yeah.
Well, I can pick up Kimmie, you know, she's feeling my pain. She can empathize. So big up you, you know what I mean? It's true. I've had a lot
Yeah.
of experience, and that's good for me. There's no bad
Yeah.
experience.
Well,
There's no bad
I
experience.
can tell you, say, certain people out on the road wouldn't say that to them.
We say there's no
No.
bad
Them
experience.
just wanna fly off
Them
the
just say
plane.
crosses.
Water, start
No.
something, stress and drama, but
No.
I'll be forever a student of life because every day I wake up is a lesson to be learned.
All right.
Hold on,
brother. You
Hold
can't
on,
just jump up there
poem.
and tell we say for press the
Deep
card.
poem, hold on. We miss the
You don't
jazz.
make up that?
We
Yeah, I
miss
was
the
not going
jazz
to say
music in the
Let me see if you can say
background.
it again. Go on again.
I don't remember what I said.
He said, because I was listening.
We're going to play it back. That's
I'm
what
a
you take
student
for
of
YouTube.
life. I will forever be learning
Something.
from experiences.
People catch it on the YouTube page. We're going to drop it on the YouTube
Gems
page.
have been dropped.
Well, that's pretty much my advice to you and everyone listening.
Yeah.
Just take every experience that you wake up and go through as something to learn from, and not just something that to cuss about and complain
Yeah,
about.
whether good or bad,
Something good can be learned
from something
from
bad.
every single experience, even the simplest thing. That's my big advice to everyone.
Listen,
Wow,
I
man,
tell
tell
you, no,
Navarro,
when
like,
you're
up
up
on the earth
here.
for 85 years.
Listen, I become a 13-year-old daughter. You listen, that
That make
grow,
you old?
yeah, you know,
That make you old?
the maturity that's required to deal with a 13-year-old
Navarro, some people
daughter.
put Navarro upon the, you know, the cookie there when they give you the story.
Right?
One must encounter child, fire, knowledge, and be wise. I said it might sound like
Yes, and Marlon Surplus say, gems, nuggets
See,
of
yeah?
truth.
I tell you, man.
And Kimmie 96 said his responses can tell you he listened to understand
Bop.
and not listen to just respond. Many bops.
When it is rain, take umbrella.
You're gonna get
So guys,
Wise man.
that is it for Talk the Ting with Kim Navarro. We are very, very, very grateful that you came in studio to share your experiences, because we did ask a couple of people, you know, but everybody, no, me not put myself on the spot. You know, people are
asked somebody,
afraid.
They were like, I just put up the post and I hear them. Wow, I said, I have some experience there. So I was like, so you come in? No, I'm busy. I said, that's a lie.
And then you have people, me not depend that or whatever. And listen, I don't bash nobody who didn't, because guess
so.
what?
Busy.
Exactly. I'm not bashing anybody who
But they're shy.
didn't,
I understand
but I
people are
always
shy.
say, guys, if you have experiences, share it.
All
Yeah.
right.
Because I'm sure somebody who there listen, learned something. I listened and I learned.
Definitely.
I'm telling you.
And that's why I was here.
And that's why. And I told him before, I said, listen, I don't want to lead a conversation or anything. I just saying, this is what I want to achieve. Want to teach people something.
Yeah.
Because step parenting have this big bad, God forbid you're a step parent, you know? No, you can do it, but just know what you're getting into.
All right. Talking about what you're getting into right now. Get into your phones. If it's a digital phone, go ahead.
Digital credit giveaway.
Dial star 121 star and await these numbers I will give you.
Hold on, Marlon Surplus, you say you have gems too. Is it that you have experience in step parenting? If you do, DM me. We may have a conversation.
Poet, you know, so he might have those gems. But Marlon,
Yeah.
that's the parents.
Marlon, let me know.
Marlon,
Come
you know.
on, if it mean that you can relate on the topic. If so, we have a conversation to have. And Ebony Love, big up you. But yeah, digital credit giveaway time.
Everyone in love in the building. Welcome, welcome. Celebrity in the house. All right. So digital phones, take out your persons right now. I like how everybody agree with me on that one.
Man, I'll pay him. No, man.
All right. Here we go. Star 121 star. Some numbers will be called. Number sign then send. So that's how the practice run. Ready now.
Kimmie say our next phone dead, you know.
Wake it up, Kimmie. Wake it up. Here we go. Star 121 star. Here we go. 3868764500875. Number sign send. Congrats if you got that credit. Tell us that you get the credit in the WhatsApp line, the text line, or the IG live. 876-212-9824 or 876-462-0919. Remember, the artist is Inspire. The song is Jamaica Nice Again. Look out for it in the festival song competition. We're going to take us out with that song today.
Oh, actually, Marlon clarified. He's not saying he's had step parenting.
Oh, come, just never call me lady.
He said he dropped gem before. So I scrolled up and he said, and you have to say it from Confucius say, if you take an L, make it be a lesson, not a loss.
Nice.
That's what he was saying. Him have gems too.
Okay.
And Lionel says, if you take an L, add IONEL.
Sir, you know what? Good night, guys. Have a good evening, everyone. I'm going to my yard. People say till next week he's cancelled. I'm invite Inspire in studio. And when Inspire join the live, you know see nobody in the background, you know for the roof.
No, but no. You see, the thing is that you're looking over Inspire's life for Inspire, but Inspire was at New Star.
You know what? No, my head hurt me. My head hurt me. But done. Good night, guys. Have a good one. And thank you again, Navarro.
All right. So
who win the digital credits?
Oh,
nobody don't make we know, guys. Oh, no, win these things and don't make we know.
All right, 1 minute to go. Let me read out the credit once again. I'm going to go a bit faster this time.
Faster?
Here we go. Star 121 star. Here we go, people. Get ready to type like you've never typed before. Star 121 star 3868764. 500875. Number sign send.
You know, she just press a bag of number while ago when they pass.
Them I want them phone mute. The feed cut off. You know, the live a freeze again.
You know, could I run too fast? So you try stop.
People,
can I stop?
Here we go. Fantastic Fridays. Listen out. Jamaica Nice Again. Enjoy this one, people.
See y'all next week.
Yes. Inspire come to deliver the good news. Hey. Tell everybody. Jamaica nice again. Jamaica nice again.